March 2026 is a high voltage karmic month. The month begins with the rare planetary combination. Sun, Mars, Rahu, retrograde Mercury and Venus all are in Aquarius, and this is not normal. Definitely on 2nd March, Venus will transit to its exalted sign. But the combination of Mars and Rahu in Sadbhisha Nakshatra from 4th March to 20th March is not normal. It is very intense and sensitive. Globally, the period may trigger political unrest, sudden policy shift, cyber security concern, and exposure of information, as well as something related to fire concern. On the positive side, technological breakthrough as well as medical innovation is also seen. Later, on 11th March, retrograde Mercury is joining Mars and Rahu in Sadbhisha Nakshatra, and this is not normal. This may trigger misinformation. This may trigger heated debates, media controversies, travel and technical issues, and it may create a havoc in the social media. On 2nd March, Venus is transiting to its exalted sign. On 3rd March, there is Chandra Grahan. On 8th March, Shani and Shukra are in complete conjunction. On 24th, 25th March, Surya and Shani are in complete conjunction. And on 11th March, Jupiter is turning direct. And this is the best news of the month 2026 March. Aries. For Aries ascendant, March becomes highly dynamic as the 11th house of gains, networks, and ambitions gets activated in Aquarius. The Mars-Rahu conjunction in Sadbhisha intensifies your desire to grow fast, achieve bigger targets, and expand your social influence. You may connect with powerful or unconventional people, especially through technology, large organizations, or digital platforms. Sudden opportunities for financial gains can appear, but competition within friends, circles, or professional groups may also rise. Ego clashes or power struggles in team are possible. Between 11th and 20th March, when retrograde Mercury joins Mars and Rahu in Sadbhisha, misunderstandings in group discussions, online exchange, or financial negotiations can occur. Speculative investments should be handled cautiously. Taurus. For Taurus ascendant, March strongly activate your 10th house of career and public reputation as intense planetary energy builds in Aquarius. The Mars-Rahu conjunction in Sadbhisha can create sudden pressure in professional life, authority conflicts, ego clashes with seniors, or unexpected confrontations at the workplace. You may feel an urgent need to prove yourself or push forward aggressively, but this impatience can disturb your professional image if not handled wisely. Between 11th and 20th March, when retrograde Mercury joins Mars and Rahu in Sadbhisha, communication becomes extremely sensitive in career matters. Misunderstandings with bosses, wrong emails, documentation errors, or misinterpretation of instructions can create unnecessary tension. Double check important communications. Gemini. For Gemini ascendant, March activates your 9th house of higher wisdom, belief systems, long distance travel, and future vision as strong planetary energy gathers in Aquarius. The Mars-Rahu conjunction in Sadbhisha can trigger ideological clashes with mentors, father figures, or authority guides. You may feel strongly about defending your opinions, but rigid thinking could create unnecessary conflicts. Travel plans may become sudden, stressful, or require quick adjustments. Between 11th and 20th March, when retrograde Mercury joins Rahu and Mars in Sadbhisha, documentation, legal papers, visa matters, or higher education process require extra caution. Miscommunication, overconfidence in judgment, or overlooked details can cause temporary setback. Avoid heated debates on philosophical or religious matters. During this sensitive window, however, Jupiter turning direct brings underlying support and restores clarity gradually. This month is about refining your long-term vision rather than forcing immediate results. Cancer. March activates your 8th house of joint finances, shared resources, emotional depth, and hidden transformations as intense planetary energy builds in Aquarius. The Mars-Rahu conjunction in Sattvisha can trigger sudden expenses, unexpected financial obligations, or intense emotional reactions. Matters related to loans, taxes, inheritance, or shared investments may demand urgent attention. Between 11th and 20th March, when retrograde Mercury joins Rahu and Mars in Sattvisha, financial decisions require extreme caution. Miscommunication in joint accounts, overlooked clauses in documents, or misunderstandings with spouse can arise. Avoid taking financial risks or making impulsive commitments during this sensitive period. This is a powerful transformation phase for you. Channel this intense energy into inner healing, research, spiritual practices, or deep self-reflection. Leo. March intensely activates your 7th house of marriage, partnership, and public dealings as strong planetary energy gathers in Aquarius. The Mars-Rahu conjunction in Sattvisha brings heat into relationship, dominance struggles, ego clashes, or sudden confrontations with spouse or business partners. There may be a strong urge to prove yourself right. Between 11th and 20th March, when retrograde Mercury joins Mars and Rahu in Sattvisha, communication becomes the most sensitive factor. Misunderstandings, harsh words, or wrong assumptions can create problem. Old unresolved issues may resurface for closure. Business negotiations also require careful documentation and calm discussion. This is a karmic testing phase in partnerships. It is not about winning arguments, but about developing maturity. Avoid reacting impulsively. Virgo. March strongly activates your 6th house of health, daily routine, competition, and workplace dynamics as intense energy gathers in Aquarius. The Mars-Rahu conjunction in Sattvisha can increase stress levels, workload pressure, and competitive tension in the office environment. There may be sudden conflicts with colleagues or subordinates. Physically, this combination can trigger inflammation, acidity, headaches, or nervous exhaustions. Between 11th and 20th March, when retrograde Mercury joins Mars and Rahu in Sattvisha, workplace misunderstandings become more likely. Miscommunication in emails, confusion in task delegation, or errors in documentation may create unnecessary tension. Avoid reacting impulsively in professional matters and double-check important communications. Libra. For Libra ascendant, March energizes your 5th house of romance, creativity, self-expression, and speculative matters as strong planetary intensity builds in Aquarius. The Mars-Rahu conjunction in Sattvisha can make your romantic life passionate yet unpredictable. Sudden attractions, impulsive love decisions, or dramatic emotional reactions are possible. Creative ideas may come especially connected with digital platforms or unconventional fields, but impatience can disturb stability. Between 11th and 20th March, when retrograde Mercury joins Rahu and Mars in Sattvisha, confusion in communication becomes the sensitive point. Misunderstandings with a romantic partner, mixed signals, or over-analysis of messages can create unnecessary tension. Speculative investments or risky financial moves should be avoided. Clear communication, emotional maturity, and practical thinking will help you maintain balance in both love and finances. Scorpio. March activates your 4th house of home, family, property, and emotional foundations as intense planetary energy builds in Aquarius. The Mars-Rahu conjunction in Sattvisha can create instability in domestic matters, arguments at home, disagreements with family members, or sudden property-related concerns may arise. There may also be inner restlessness, making you feel emotionally unsettled. Between 11th and 20th March, when retrograde Mercury joins Mars and Rahu in Sadbisha, past family issues may resurface. Miscommunication within the household can escalate small matters into large conflicts. Documentation or home-related decisions should be reviewed cautiously. This is a sensitive emotional phase. Staying calm, avoiding harsh words, and maintaining patience will be crucial. Instead of reacting impulsively, focus on creating emotional security and stability within yourself. Sagittarius. March activates your third house of communication, courage, siblings, short travels, and decision making as strong planetary energy gathers in Aquarius. The Mars-Rahu conjunction in Sadbisha can make your speech bold, sharp, and sometimes reactive. Arguments with siblings, neighbors may arise due to impatience or strong opinions. Sudden travel plans or frequent short trips are possible. Between 11th and 20th March, when retrograde Mercury joins Rahu and Mars in Sadbisha, communication becomes highly sensitive. Misinterpretation of messages, heated debates on social platforms, or errors in documentation related to travel or agreements can occur. Travel delays or last-minute changes are also possible. This month demands mindful speech. Think carefully before making bold statements. Avoid reacting emotionally and double-check communications. Capricorn. March activates your second house of finances, savings, speech, and family values as intense planetary energy builds in Aquarius. The Mars-Rahu conjunction in Sadbisha can create financial aggression, a strong desire to increase income quickly or take bold monetary decisions. Speech may also become sharp, which could create tension within family conversations. Between 11th and 20th March, when retrograde Mercury joins Rahu and Mars in Sadbisha, financial documentation, investments, and negotiations are require extra caution. Avoid risky ventures or speculative decisions during this sensitive period. Maintain discipline in spending, speak thoughtfully, and focus on structured growth. Strategic patience will protect your wealth and strengthen financial stability. Aquarius. This is one of the most powerful yet volatile phases of the year, as intense planetary energy activates your first house of self, personality, and life direction. In Aquarius, the Mars-Rahu conjunction in Sadbisha amplifies ambition, courage, and the desire to break limitations. You may feel driven to take bold decisions or redefine your identity. However, this same energy can create restlessness, impulsive behavior, and confrontational tendencies if not handled with awareness. Between 11th and 20th March, when retrograde Mercury joins Rahu and Mars in Sadbisha, identity confusion or public misunderstandings may arise. Words spoken in haste can impact your reputation. Decisions making during this period should be thoughtful rather than reactive. This is a karmic reset phase for you. Stay grounded, regulate anger, and avoid unnecessary conflicts. Pisces. March activates your 12th house of subconscious mind, isolation, hidden matters, and spiritual growth as intense planetary energy gathers in Aquarius. The Mars-Rahu conjunction in Sadbisha may bring hidden fears, suppressed emotions, or anxiety to the surface. You may feel restless internally without a clear external reason. Secret rivals or behind-the-scenes activities could also become noticeable. Sleep disturbances or mental fatigue should not be ignored. Between 11th and 20th March, when retrograde Mercury joins Rahu and Mars in Sadbisha, overthinking can intensify. Confusion, unnecessary worry, or misinterpretation of situations may create emotional imbalance. Avoid making major decisions based purely on fear or assumption during the sensitive window. This is a deeply karmic and introspective period for you. Instead of reacting outwardly, focus on spiritual grounding, meditation, and emotional cleansing. Silence, prayer, and mindful detachment will help you transform anxiety into inner strength and clarity.